Yeah, Bristol Harbour Festival is the southwest of England's biggest festival. In actual fact, it's probably one of the biggest free festivals in the United Kingdom. It's been going for 37 years, so it's got a huge and lengthy history, and it's evolved from being a very small community festival run by those that were interested in the harbour and the whole sort of marine sort of life, to becoming a combined multi-arts festival. It attracts over 250,000 people, just to give you an idea of the size. I mean, that's comparable to what attends Glastonbury, except within Glastonbury, it's all contained within a fence. The Harbour Festival is a free event. It's promoted by the city to give something back to the Bristol community. To give you an idea of size, we have 12 stages, most of them predominantly music-based. We have international artists playing, we have local artists playing, we have a lot of circus, we have a dedicated circus area, there's lots of activity for children, lots of activity in the water, and we have the tall ships, these huge vessels that come from all over the world to the harbour side. And in terms of what it's worth to the city, there's obviously civic pride, but it generates the best part of £7.5 million to the city. So, when the taxpayer looks at, their council tax and where that's going, well, if we spend £400,000 in putting on this event, well, actually it brings a huge return to the city.
Really good, really nice and friendly for families. Lovely atmosphere.
I've loved it, mate. It's been a beautiful day, lots of lovely people around the place. Just generally had a good time.
Buscando en mi guitarra una tonada de amor, quise ganarte el muro del corazón, y aunque lance mi vida por un balcón, siempre en mi canción vive la ilusión de explorar tu piel. Ando como alma en pena matando la soledad, con esperanzas locas de un nuevo amor. Y a tanta noche larga de luna llena, bebé, sigo con mi pena, tú ve, sigo con mi pena, bebé, y extrañándote. Quiero volar a favor del viento para cambiar mi destino. No puedo más con este sufrimiento que hace pedazos mi corazón. Ay, 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 baila conmigo. La espera que no acaba de una vez.
Traditionally, we've got a huge opening concert on the Friday night of the festival, and it's in the amphitheatre on a huge orbital stage. I think actually it's Glastonbury's second stage, just to give you an idea of the size. And this year we got some money from the Legacy Commission to put on Still Black and Still Proud, which featured Fred Wesley, Pee Wee Ellis, Shake Low, the great Senegalese guitarist, and some incredible artists from all over the world who have played with James Brown. And this was a tribute, an Afro-funk beat of tribute to the late great James Brown. So that's our opening concert on the Friday night in the amphitheatre. I've been sticking to the amphitheatre on the Saturday. We've got some incredible bands playing there. We've got Alex Wilson doing his tribute to sort of Jamaica and gospel music. We have lots of local young bands coming through there, and some of the other stages, like the Queen Square stage, we've got people like Beth Rowley, who's doing very well just now, #2, and was #2 with her debut album in the charts. She's gone from strength to strength. We had people from Portishead playing with bands like The Blessing and such like at Queen Square. So we had some fantastic acts there. Oh, and the Hot Brass State played as well from Chicago. So it is an international festival, and the fullest respect of that. And then this year we introduced a dance village, and that was 3 stages we created, and that was celebrating dance as in a discipline from all over the world. So, we had, local Morris men, we had contemporary dance from the Martha Graham company in New York, which is one of the most prestigious companies in the world. We had local hip hop and b-boy girls and b-boys doing their stuff. We had young teams as young as 8 and 9 years of age dancing on stage to huge crowds, to some really complex routines done by companies like Company Malachi and Irwin Lewis and all those sort of things. And that's probably the greatest success of this year's festival, is that we've expanded it into these new areas with all this great new content.
Beautiful day, so I'm enjoying it.
Yes, organising the Harbour Festivals, it's a year-round event really for myself and the team that deliver the festival. And we've got a relatively small team to manage and advance the festival. But when the last one finishes, the new one's already started, because you have to work on seeking out new artists. You have to consult with many stakeholders in the city with regards to the content and shape. And this goes on and on and on throughout the year. And a lot of those that attend festivals don't actually see what goes on behind the scenes. So, if you mention festival and that I'm a festival manager or director, they're sort of like, oh, that must be a really great job, but they don't really see what goes behind the scenes. And it's like managing a small city for 3 or 4 days, because I'm actually the event commander for the duration of the 3 days, and in terms of the responsibility, I have to work very closely with the police and have more jurisdiction than the police when you're delivering the event, and the same with the ambulance service. You are responsible for the safety and well-being of all those that attend, including artists, traders and the public. So it's a huge responsibility, and it requires a lot of dialogue, a lot of diplomacy, with all the agencies throughout the city to make it work and to make it successful. And this year, Harbour Festival 2008 was probably the most successful the festival has been in its 37-year history, with very few incidents recorded in terms of trouble and in terms of accidents and such like. So we did a good job this year.